I've actually had to read a lot of books about smoking over the years, and I must confess, Velvet Glove is actually the best book I've ever read about smoking. It is literally a page-turner, and I've learned an awful lot about the history of smoking, the history of the anti-smoking movement. I'd like to introduce you to the author, Mr. Christopher Snowdon.
One of the first things that really appealed to me about this subject is the element of comedy. Because I think there is something at heart quite humorous about people who dedicate their entire lives trying to stop other people doing things. And I think if you combine that then with a lost cause, it is pretty ridiculous. The only thing missing today are some of the eccentric characters and colourful characters who made the story so interesting for the last 500 years. Admittedly, in America there are several prominent individuals who, if they were better known, would probably go down as some of the great cranks of the age. But in Britain, I'm afraid to say that smokers can't even have the consolation of being bossed around by bona fide fruitcakes. The only real humour, if you choose to laugh rather than cry, and it is a 50-50 question, the main humour today just comes from the absurdity of some of the anti-smoking laws that these people are proposing. I received an extraordinary email from somebody who's just bought my book, apparently. Dear Mr. Snowdon, congratulations on your book! Exclamation mark. I'm eagerly awaiting my copy and look forward to digesting the results of your hard work. What to say about that? Since I have only just ordered the book, I don't know if it contains any reference to a directive I issued in 1995 while I was a medical health officer for the East Arctic in Canada. The Inuit have such high rates of smoking that my priority was to initiate an attitude adjustment vis-a-vis smoking across the entire territory. It went well until I was fired less than 2 years later due to my pending directive to end smoking in bars and restaurants. However, before biting the dust, I issued a directive which remains in force to this day, which designated the first 1,000 metres south of the geographic North Pole as a no-smoking zone. If you are a visitor to the geographic pole and located within that 1,000-metre long wedge towards Canada, you are standing in a no-smoking zone. Any violation of this prohibition is to be self-reported. Now this means, obviously, if you do make it to the North Pole and want to celebrate your accomplishment with a cigar, you have to walk over half the mile south and stand in the designated smoking area. From the day I arrived as a medical health officer and tried to have the hospital board agree to stop smoking at board meetings, to the day nearly 2 years later when I was fired, I personally was proudest of this little-known use of an arcane paragraph in the archaic NWT Health Act. Best wishes, good work, look forward to reading your book. Richard Bargan, MD. Thank you very much. Anybody who's bought the book, anybody who will buy the book, I hope you enjoy it. God bless.
Thank you very much, and I do strongly recommend you to buy it. I must stress this is an incredibly well-written book. It's already had a very, very good review in The Economist, so I cannot recommend it highly enough, and I very much hope that you'll buy a copy tonight and take one home with you. Thank you very much.